Child, that's just an idea. That is not a goal. What's up, guys? Welcome to the club where everybody's welcome and anybody can join. If you are new to the club, welcome. And if you have been here, thank you for coming back. I'm really grateful that you clicked on this video, and I hope you decide to join by subscribing and turning on that bell so that you get notified whenever we have more club meetings. Today we are talking about your goals. Monday I talked about what productivity versus busy is, and what I hope that you caught was that the difference between you being busy versus you being productive is purpose. Now let's break that down. With purpose, as I've talked about before, there's always a goal in mind. There's always somewhere that you're intended. There's a target that you have. There is somewhere that you're intending for your efforts to reach, to be impactful, to be effective, to be efficient, right? So let's start there. What are your goals? Do you have any goals? Do you have goals for every area of your life? Do you find that some areas of your life are prospering more than others? I can almost guarantee you have more goals and more action plans and other things of that nature in the areas that are prospering than the ones that don't. And sometimes we can set and reach and accomplish goals without even knowing that we've done them. So let's take a beat, slow it down, and let's look at that. I think a lot of us get stuck in, oh, I want to do this, oh, I want to do that, oh, I want to do this. And then we don't make any solid, tangible steps or plans of steps to get there. Prime example, when I said that when I graduated high school I wanted to go to college, right? You don't just hop up and go to college. If any of you out there who have degrees, whether that means from associate's degrees up to getting your PhD, anybody out there knows you do not just hop up and go to college. There is a process that has to happen. You have to file your FAFSA. First of all, you have to get figure out what prerequisites and what requirements you need to apply. You have to apply for admissions. You have to get accepted. And depending on what level of education you're at, you might have to go through a couple of interviews and get letters of recommendation and reference letters and all of that wonderful stuff. You have to go and file your FAFSA. How are you going to pay for it? Where are you going to go? Is it an online program? Are you going to, go live on a campus somewhere? You have to go through all of those things. How are you going to move? Once you get there, what books do you need? What classes are you taking? What's the program you're trying to get into? Do you really know what that entails? How are you going to study? Getting yourself organized so that when you step into class on the first day, you're prepared. Things of that nature. All of that stuff and those types of questions and that type of logic applies when you're setting your goals to become productive, because you have to have a purpose to be productive, and purpose is grounded on goals. What goals do you have? What goals do you have in your love life? What goals do you have in your financial life? What goals do you have in your personal and your business life? Whatever life you are, whatever part of your life, I should say, that you are in right now, that you are trying to build up, that you're trying to make more productive or make productive, what are your goals? How do you set them? Most of the time when I think of goals, I think of a specific targeted idea that has a deadline. That's what makes it a goal, because how do you know you accomplished the goal? How are you tracking it? That's really my biggest thing. I really want to start off and make sure that we were on the same page in terms of you have to have goals to be productive. You cannot just say, I'm going to be productive today. You cannot just write a to-do list and say, I'm going to be productive today. What was your goal in writing the to-do list? Why did you write the to-do list? Just so you wouldn't forget? If that's your goal and you were able to check off those things, then sure, you've accomplished your goal. But I always feel like there's something more that all of us are looking for in that regard. How is what you're going to do today going to affect your tomorrow? That's how you're productive. Did you reach your goal? The second thing is the action plan, because I think a lot of us have amazing ideas. I think a lot of us have great ideas that nobody's thought of yet. And sometimes they have thought of them, but they haven't thought about it the way that you thought about it, because you're uniquely you. But I do think that a lot of us get stuck in that idea stage. I think a lot of us get stuck in the, oh, that sounds great. And we have this surge of creative energy, and you start seeing everything that could be. And I don't think we stop and say, okay, well, how are we going to make it happen? What is your action plan? What can you do right now? Or what can you do tomorrow? Or, what can you put on some type of schedule so that you're doing something every day to reach that goal by your deadline? So let's say my goal that I want to be productive around is that I want to lose 20 pounds. If I just said I want to lose 20 pounds, that's actually just very general. Where do you want to lose the 20 pounds of fat? You trying to lose 20 pounds of muscle? What are you trying to lose? When do you want to lose it by? What's your deadline? Once you have once you have the how, when, where, what, why inside of your goal, you have a goal. Then you can start figuring out your action plan. So then you can start putting into place what will produce that goal, the expected outcome, right? And that's what you want. Because if you don't do that, then you are just busy. You might be going to the gym, but you see no purpose in it, so then you stop. You might be, lifting weights, but you see no purpose in it, and you get tired, and you get in the middle of your journey, and you stop because there is no goal. You have to keep the goal at the forefront of your mind. And so that will keep you productive. So when you do plan out your to-do list, and you do write in your calendar, and you do journal, and do all those things that you do personally to keep you organized to get through your day, you know that I'm doing X, Y, and Z today because tomorrow it will produce this. Does that make sense? Make sure that you have a goal and that you have an action plan, and then start implementing that action plan into your everyday life. And I promise you, you'll start seeing results that day. I promise you, you'll start seeing results immediately in your mind, because now your mind says, okay, cool. I'm not just doing this just to be doing it. I'm not just doing it because everybody else is doing it. I'm not just doing this because my mama said I should. I'm not just doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. I'm doing this because this is connected to my purpose. I'm doing this because it's connected to what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I'm doing this because it's connected to the goal that I just set. And so now you have more ambition and you have more ammunition to continue going when it gets tough. Because now you know what you're producing. You know the purpose as to why you are doing what you're doing. Be productive. Don't just be busy. Busy will get you nowhere fast. Busy will have you twirling in circles, not accomplishing anything the way you really want to accomplish it, because you're just busy. So let me know what your guys' goals are in the comments. I want to see. I want to encourage you. Let me know what your goals are down in the comments. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and let me know what you'd like to see from me next down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell so that you get notified whenever we have more club meetings. Until next time, I love you. Stay safe. I'm out.